Hi, Chris. Hi, Matt. How are you? You all good?
Yes, thanks.
Great, Paul. Yeah, bit of sunshine, and we didn't realise this, Paul, but we are totally branded.
You are very, very branded. We were just talking about that. We won't forget you today.
Comments below on what actual colour is this jumper? We've had some interesting suggestions.
Yeah, let's get the engagement up. What and nice engagement.
One of my colleagues said it might have come from a baby during the early stages of their lives.
Well, I look forward to seeing the comments. So, tell everyone what we're here for. So we thought we'd just jump on a quick call. So we're just chatting about the results that I'm seeing with some of the clients that are using the new Property Video Club Lite version, which I think a lot of people probably aren't aware has just come out and is doing really well. So if you don't mind, Chris or Matt, if you want to just explain a little bit about the Property Video Lite, how it's different and what it's all about.
Sure. So Property Video Club, for people who didn't know, is a partnership between us, Property Video Solutions, and Paul, which is a full service video product with social media management, basically taking all the stress and the hassle out of agencies having to create their content, film it, edit it, promote it. The Lite version is basically just a stripped back version of that. So the social media elements come out because in a number of areas, people have got social media people in their business, but it was the video production side that they were struggling to kind of do. So we've sort of standardized video production for agency, for lettings and sales. It's a little bit of a diluted version of the main one. There's a few less pieces of content, but fundamentally every single month you get a sales update, a lettings update, a seasonal video about something that's going on in the world: spring, summer, Christmas, Easter, something that's topical in the news, and those bits of content you can use in earnest on your social channels, and that's it.
And some other, I mean, you said that, and that was the crack. People were asking, "Oh, what if I just want the content because I've already got a social media guy?" And a couple of other questions were, and we might as well put it out there, is postcode exclusivity. A couple of people are like, oh, what happens if so-and-so down the road wants? And that's not an issue. So we are postcode exclusive. So it just sort of helps out. And we've got a professional content writer, so the content's original, and it's obviously, sort of guarded to your own postcode. So you won't get local rivals sort of copying your stuff because,
And the thing was, a lot of your clients, Paul, were already using your service, weren't they? And they wanted to find a way of continuing to use your service that they were already paying for, effectively, but roll the video content in. And so this is a way of that working for them.
Yeah, I've got, on that subject. So one of the things here is that this gives you sort of 3 or 4 bits of video, doesn't it, each month? And the reason why video is so important, and I always go on to my clients, is that do you create video? And they say, yeah, we create video, and then they do create video, but like it is with all agents, it's time. It's finding that time to do it, and to be able to create sort of 3 or 4 bits of video content a month that's really good and can be pushed out on a large scale is very difficult for agents to find that time. So this fits in perfect. They can still do their video content as well.
We'd recommend that as well. Yeah.
This fits in lovely because obviously it's a professional presenter. They can obviously get to pretty much use the same presenter each time, so the consistency is there. And obviously the brand awareness is there, as well as it looking really, really good. But it gives me the content to retarget. That's one of the things that we're using it for. So if someone uses an online valuation tool or visits their website, then each month they're seeing this really high quality video content, providing really good value. But also video, which this is where it's really powerful, that sort of first touch point, that sort of easy touch point of someone watching a market update or a landlord video providing a tip, whatever it is. We can then build an audience of people who watch those videos, and then we can try and get them to take that next step, which might be to download a guide or book a valuation. So for me, it's brilliant.
Well, it is, and the idea from when we had meetings about this, I mean, because let's face it, we've been sort of getting this right and watertight for the last 18 months or so at least, and we think we have. And like you touched on there, Paul, we're not saying agents don't make video and just use this, but these punctuate perfectly your client or viewer's timeline on Facebook with real professional branded content that is consistent. Like it's like you said, an agent, yeah, they can make 3, 4, 6 videos a month, but can they do it consistently for 12 months? Because once you start to generate an audience, if all of a sudden that video is not there on a Wednesday or on a Friday, whenever you sort of posting, people start going, oh, we've got a client in St. Neots, and someone actually emailed him and said, oh, where's your next update? I'm sat here waiting for it in a way. And he was like, I didn't think anyone was watching them. But clearly local people, because he'd been running them for a few months, they were waiting for his next bit of content, which is ideally where you want to get to, right?
And crucially, what's important about this is that it's consistent. It will happen. The content will be sent to you. It will be timely. It will be relevant. It will be topical. And it will look professional. And the cost of it is cheap. I don't like to use it. Expensive, affordable, whichever you prefer. But for less than 100 quid a video, you can get professional looking, branded, topical, relevant content for your business that looks like your content done. And you cannot buy, I don't think, better quality video content anywhere else in the UK cheaper.
Yeah. And it does last, you know, that whole month as well, and longer, because some of it which we're using is evergreen as well, you know, sort of the tip advice or even the seasonal stuff. So I'll just give a really quick breakdown to people before we finish on how we're using it and all the different ways you can use this video content that you actually get. So we obviously use it as an organic basis on Instagram and Facebook, but there's no reason you can't then cross-purpose it, you know, LinkedIn and all the other platforms. So you get that consistent scheduled videos that we, as I say, that's what we do personally with it across all the social media channels. We then will put money to create an ad or boost, whatever you want to call it, on a couple of those videos, maybe the market updates, to get in front of as many people in the town and build audiences. And then we're also using it for email. So a lot of agents struggle with creating emails. Well, what you can do with the videos is you can insert them into the email, just have a little headline, a market update, and then that's nurturing people who we've generated leads on as well. So many ways.
Great idea. Email campaigns, actually,
yeah. And it really does take the pressure off that content aspect. If as an agency, if you're doing the basics, which is putting a couple of posts out, you know, a couple coming on new listings and perhaps an information post or even an blog article, that's fine, but you do need that video aspect, because Facebook will look at how much video you're putting on your Facebook page, and if you're not putting any video on or very little, or it's not consistent, it won't push your posts for free as much. There's no doubt about that.
You taught us this years ago that the more work on the back end, which you're obviously an expert at, the more work you do for Facebook's algorithm, the easier it is for it to push it, and it actually becomes cheaper, right? Because you're doing some of the legwork for it.
I mean, for anyone using your service, the PVC Lite service is perfect, because it dovetails in ideally, and that's why for the full service, for the pro version, and that's mainly for people who don't already use you, Paul. It's both of our services combined. Because it gives them the opportunity to get maximum exposure for their stuff and hyperlocal domination, we say, don't we? Hyperlocal domination, and actually become that kind of go-to, most well-known agency within any particular town or, you know, area of a city. But I think fundamentally it's working really well for clients. The feedback's been phenomenal. It's being recommended by those clients to other people, and nice, other people in some of the groups that they're in, which is great. That organic kind of this is working really well for me, you should have a look at it. So that's working well. The timeline for it all is brilliant now. The system for production is robust. It's fantastic. It's working really, really well.
Yeah, no, it is. And if anyone's, as I say, using my services and wants to talk about using the Lite version, then just get in touch. Or if you're not using my services and you're quite happy doing it yourself, but you want some video content that's consistent, get in touch with Chris, Matt, or myself, and we'll be glad to have a chat with you.
Yeah, this video thing's not going away, so we're here to help if you're still.
That's a really good point. It's not going away. It's blowing up. And as I say, you've got to look at TikTok, Reels, Instagram, Facebook. It's video, and the pressure's now on the platforms like Facebook and Instagram to demand even more video, because they know that's what what people want. You know,
yeah, and it's not going away so much though that I was away in Spain for a couple of days last weekend, and a chap I was with who works in the industry, actually, it should remain nameless, but he said Samsung are working on a vertical TV.
Wow.
Yeah, because so many people are using, you know, Insta Reels, YouTube Shorts, obviously TikTok. Now that seems strange to us as like grown men, but that probably wouldn't be weird to our kids watching a telly in vertical mode, because if they're, TV shows are not shot like that, so you'd watch a TV normally, but who's watching TV if they're 20 and under? Who watches TV, right? So interesting. So
me.
Right, well, leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, chaps.
Yeah, have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Take care.
Cheers.